Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4, and today is a special love letter to Tanaris Adventures, as we've got so many updates to do. Lipstickpaddy, please take it away. Well, hi peeps, today's a bit of a strange one. I'm doing a love letter for this game, because we've got more information about it, Tanaris Adventures. Now, I covered this when we started this channel, and I completely forgot about it because I would have given it a year. I would have given it Game of the Year in my over $100. I completely forgot about it, and I've come back to check it out, and oh my goodness me, I've backed it. That's right. My goodness me, and I'm so happy I backed it because there's been loads of challenges on this game. Now this Kickstarter is absolutely massive. If you go down this page, there's so much content, especially that got unlocked, but with the amount of stuff that got unlocked, it did delay the campaign so much. In fact, if you were just buying the base game, which albeit was a 1.5 reprint, it's 6 months late and only just getting delivered now because of COVID. And some of these boxes were stacked in containers but couldn't get on the boat because COVID vaccinations were getting priority and it got delayed. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, let's check the recent updates because it is absolutely phenomenal. Now, wait for this to load. I don't know why internet's bad for me today, but hey. Now, I was looking at my big adventure games, campaign games, Gloomhaven, Frosthaven. They're kind of unique. ISIS Vanguard Sci-Fi, Madara JRPG, and have I missed one that I've got? Yeah, Vampire the Masquerade Chapters, that's Vampire, but I don't really have one that's like Dungeons and Dragons. And this game is going to be that, I think. Now, they've redone all the minis, and we can now see some of them. Not only that, but they have got like a novice to paint them, so we get, if you're not into your painting, you'll see what they might look like if you paint them. Legendary box, this is still available to late pledge. It's fantastic. Why is a legendary box fantastic? Because one, it gives you all the walls that you need to pimp out the game. It has the upgraded 24 heroes from the stretch goals as well, which look amazing. And I was a little bit concerned when I first covered this because I felt like you're going to be playing like a 100-hour campaign and just having the same hero. But, I mean, this is very late to I didn't even know this was going to happen, but when you're in the city in the campaign, you can get heroes. You can just hire different heroes and take them on a quest. So that is how it works. So this is why getting as many heroes as you can, it would be fantastic. Now, I don't know why it jumps around when I play these, but the vampire you can see here, looking cool. So vampire class, sounds fun. Yes. We've got the Murloc the Minotaur, which is kind of a fun class. That's painted really nice, I think. I could manage that. We're not looking at like luxurious paintings here, but they just look fantastic. Want to play a pirate class? You can do. Love a little monkey with the chest down there. These are kind of the new worked minis that you get in the collector's box. So these are kind of like the stuff you get in the legendary box. We've got the assassin. These are like advanced classes, aren't they, really? Which is nice. And Sir Eric here. This was one of the ones that were showing off to be an upgraded mini from the original minis, and doesn't he look great? I would have put maybe a gold with a bit of blue on there, like because it reminds me so much of World of Warcraft, the Alliance shield. I would paint that up to be Alliance for me. For the Alliance! You can even be a Death Knight. Now we're talking World of Warcraft. A Death Knight! Hero class from World of Warcraft. You can certainly pimp him. I paint him a little bit different to be like my Death Knight in World of Warcraft, but hey, still has the whopping two-hander sword, which is amazing. Usa the Necromancer. This is a really cool class. I love the concept of Necromancer. And what a mini. Look at all these ghosts kind of coming up from the ground as he's rising them up. Fantastic scythe with a bit of ribbons coming off. Now we're looking at the actual mini here that's been painted. This one looks superb. A Bard class. There's something about role-playing where you don't really see bards a lot, but this is great that you can play the bard, playing music to actually buff your characters and potentially debuff enemies and stuff. This is fantastic. I love playing a bard, and especially in this game where you might want to take 2 heroes on instead of 1. Now, we've got an Ice Sorcerer looking great. I love this character. Look at the outfit. Love how this one's looking. Superb. They got a Fire Sorcerer. It's got you covered here. This guy's looking great. The Illusionist. This is where it's kind of getting into the different... I love this guy. He's like a little boy. I love the fact that this is stepping on, like, imagine you're, you know, in Dungeons and Dragons, you've got all these different types of spells you can do, where here you've got like specific ones in the different ones. Telepath here can actually copy a spell that someone does, so you can kind of repeat a spell like in Final Fantasy VII. If a really powerful spell comes out, you get the telepath just to repeat that out, and boom, she's going to be fantastic. The Monk class, this is looking great also. Look at this, hand-to-hand combat, has a weapon here. Love this, how the dynamic run of it is, because the monks obviously gonna, well, Dungeons and Dragons at least has a lot of movement that they can do. And a Dragon Avenger, look at this mini standing on a dragon's head, looking superb with all the blood. This looks phenomenal. These are all going to be in the pub, I guess, and you can like get them out to adventure with you. Then you can get in them and play them out in the adventure. And as Dungeons and Dragons go, you could potentially play a horned demon-esque. I can't remember the race of them, but this is very similar, albeit bigger. This guy's looking mean as well, so very, very cool. An Archangel sounds like another prestige class in D&D, really looking sweet. And it says that's all we've got today, but no, lots of more interesting stuff to look at here as we're getting closer into development. This is Tabletop Simulator, you can check it out now. The PvP aspect is phenomenal. If you go on YouTube, there's some PvP matches that you can watch, as it's very competitive. And all that good stuff. They're talking about how these new cards, the new art and things is going to work, but and these are like the heroes that will be in the boxes. They've got all these trays now finished, looking great, and these are the minis that we just saw painted. So they basically come out of this box, handed to a, you know, not too shabby painter, but I would say intermediate painter, but giving you a good impression of what you could manage to get at home. You know, you might get better if you were spray painting or you're a bit more professional edged and you had a good painting set, but hey. Great, and if you get the legendary box, you're going to be using a lot of heroes. You can use more, like, not heroes, but you can use a lot more enemies from the box in the adventure. Anyhow, there's like a lot going on if you go to the recent updates that they're talking about. Sneak peek into the Madness box, which was effectively the stretch goal bosses. If you go to the campaign, they were releasing big, massive baddies and boss characters. And this is the Madness box. You can, of course, get this painted in the pledge, which is phenomenal. I can't wait to see this come out, because this is Tanaris Adventures, and we're not really seeing Tanaris Adventure stuff. Oh yes, and they've redone the bases. That's what that video is. We're kind of on a whistle-stop tour because of this stuff that really pulled me in. Boxes waiting to be shipped. You can see all this goodness here. And all the workers getting these boxes ready. There was over 10,000 backers from the Kickstarter and late pledging. So great video here of the legendary box. I don't know why it keeps snapping, but hey. There's all your plastic walls. You've also got a Hydra in here and a dragon. I want to say a dragon, small, looks like a baby dragon. You've got these levers that you pull as well. There's doors in here and all looking superb. This is why people love the game, because of this furniture, and these really would be fantastic if they got painted up, but hey. Anyhow, this game just makes me want to paint stuff. So here in the legendary box, these are the stretch goals of enemies from the Arena of the Contest first Kickstarter. Now, I don't think these have been redone, unfortunately, but these can be used in Tanaris Adventures, because I think it mentioned on the legendary box we were originally on, it said that you can use the vampire from here instead of using another mini that doesn't really represent the vampire. Well, you've got the vampire in here. And this box has a storage solution, which is, this is the storage solution. You put your heroes in here because the heroes are coming in a box, so that the original Kickstarters people can get that box. But anyway, legendary, you've got your storage thingy here, and you can put all your the minis that we just saw painted. They're going to go in here, and it's in a nice tidy box. Not only that, though, they have been talking about quests and stuff, more about the city, which sounds phenomenal, because when you go into the city, in between your quests, there's got shops in there that you can sell loot, you can buy stuff, you can actually craft things, blacksmith potions, you can do all sorts of weird stuff. There's a ton, absolute ton of shops that's going to be in the city. I can't wait to play that. And interestingly, there's going to be way more like puzzles that you find in the dungeons here, which were like a big highlight of the the Arena core box. And what am I trying to get to here, peeps, is the unboxings. But as we just go down, you can see there's like so much for you to come and check out of the recent updates, and they seem to be periodically pumping out an update as big as these every 2 weeks. So props to the Glory team from Brazil. They're doing a stunning job. Now, look at these massive pages they're giving you, just amazing. This is just from March. That was just all from March. Now we've got some samples now and the unboxing, so we can check these out. Dragons are looking sweet, and there's so much to learn. I really can't condense all this into just showing you everything's getting updated and looking phenomenal. And when I came in, the campaign has evolved into like this massive project, and it's all looking like super sexy now. It's like an unofficial Dungeons and Dragons adventure with loads of heroes that you can hire and just add to your party, so you don't have to stick with the same hero, but all that juicy stuff. Now, yeah, so this is what the heroes are going to come like. The adventure heroes are going to come out. They're just like this, and you take them out of the box and put them in your legendary box. Now, the legendary box on the late pledge is in limited resources. They printed more of them, and there's still some available talking to this video, so that's what you get. And you can see the quality kind of holds them up. They're really good and look like they're going to be great for painting. The colors represent the type of class, I guess. Like the blue ones are the mage classes. I think the brutes are yellow, but yeah, they can determine them by their class. I think red would be warrior or something like that. But these might be the commanders. Anyhow, so yeah, the walls of stunning. Little complaints was of the actual mats that you put down, like these blurry oven pits, and I don't know if they're redoing these, I really don't, but there's 4 new game boards coming out with Tanaris Adventures, so we've no idea what they're going to look like, but the original ones from the campaign, which is this one, you can get this as well as a pack. We don't know if the art's been updated. Now there is some more unboxings of the dragons, which is going to be phenomenal. Now let's make this big because no, it's not going to go big. Alright, doesn't matter. Now the dragons are going to be really important because when you play Tanaris Adventures, you can pacify a dragon and actually get them into your team. And with the Dragon Collection, you get a new city building, which I think the dragon will stay at. And the dragon represents a strength of 3 heroes and will have to be managed to keep their temperament down and stuff like that. So there's going to be some cool stuff. The actual dragons, you're going to have to hunt these down, and there's like this, we'll see these minis coming out. They have like a dragon boss. There she is. And the mini's been painted phenomenal. This painted mini pack here is great. Now, if you want every single thing that they've got, like everything painted, you're looking around $500. But the shipping is very, very reasonable. That looks superb, that mini. And you see the dragons are all going to be phenomenal. And you can play dragon versus dragon, boss versus boss in the 2v2 or 1 versus 1. You can even do like 3 dragons versus 2 of your mates controlling like 8 characters. That would be amazing. So you can really roleplay with the dragons. That sounds phenomenal. My favourite dragon, of course, is the bone dragon, this douche. Look at this. Fabulous, isn't it? Now I'm going to tame one. I don't know which one I'd tame because they all come with their own abilities and boss cards, so that sounds super fun. Now you can see what they look like unpainted. They actually look great, as you'd imagine. They're using Easter to do the minis. And that's the ones that Awaken Realms use, so come on, so yeah, they're awesome in a giant box. Now, reworked heroes from the original. These are coming out awesome as well, as you can imagine. This is the first time we've really seen them, but they look way better. They've completely been redone, and I'd imagine everyone's going to be super happy with these. And if you want the core box, here she is. A massive 9-minute unboxing of the core. And yeah, it was supposed to be a PvP, and they had like a campaign. Many people thought it was like an add-on to the campaign, but it really wasn't. And people really love that campaign. It like stood out, and that's why they did Tanaris Adventures, into make it like a full-on PvE thing. There's the board. I'd love to see that if it's updated, but they don't like give it up close, and it might just look like the standard one that people really... I don't know. You can't see those fire. It was the fire that was blurry. It's like they were just using Photoshop, but I don't know. They don't like zoom in there to show you that they've made a difference. Anyhow, there's a lot in here, and what's cool about these game trays is you'll see how it all stacks up, and there's a big like hole in the side for a dragon. There you go, like the baby dragon. This is the bottom one. And all these game trays here, I've got to like zoom it near the end because he actually starts punching stuff out and putting it in the box here, so you can kind of see how it would get filled out. Not that you'd want to put your walls in there if you've got the legendary box. But yeah, the game trays has kind of got it where you're going to be stacking stuff in, and it's looking phenomenal. So there we go. The Dragon Collection, epic stuff. Tanaris Adventures looking sweet. They have been updating all their minis as promised. They've been still developing Tanaris all this time, and look at the Death Knight looking incredible. The art in this game is amazing. And yeah, if you keep your eye on this page, we'll eventually get to see the... we'll get to see the box of the stretch goals from this campaign, which is the Madness box, which had all the big bosses in. Yeah. Now, I'm going to check the... If you missed the campaign, it'll take us to the shop. And the prices have gone up a little bit. We're talking about $20 though, so it's not that bad. And let me just go for like, I'm going to pick the all-in, which is like $400. You can see the dragons here. My name's Bob Tan. My address is b@b.com. Just coming in here so it lets me in. I don't know why they just don't let you look at this. Let's go with, pick a country. Norway, there we go. It's got big N-E. Oh my god, there's so much stuff in here. Right, so Arena the Core box. If you've gone for everything, you'll get all this. They have this legendary box at 119. Now, wait a second. There's this Elder Dragon, and he's a behemoth, and he's on the actual cover of the Arena box, if I remember. Anyway, that's normally $35, but if you get the legendary box with the Elder Dragon, it's $10. However, on the first Arena campaign, they had a special early bird hero called Haroon. And if you go for this pledge, you get Haroon in your box. This is going to be great. Haroon is a shapeshifter. Yeah, he can turn into different things. So I don't know if that's like a druid or something like that. But yeah, Haroon the shapeshifter, a special hero. Everything's getting reworked, it says as well. We did see that, didn't we? You know, all this stuff. If it's these baddies that aren't going to get reworked. But I guess if you're fighting a vampire and you've not picked the vampire hero, you can put them in the dungeon to represent that enemy, I'm guessing. So really, the legendary box, you get a fantastic deal with $10, getting a $35 dragon and a special hero that would cost $10 anyway. So you're actually saving $35 by going for the Haroon full pledge legendary box. Again, the legendary box can give you doors, walls, and all that furniture, all goodness. Now it's a little bit shame that the dragon collection that's painting them doesn't paint the Elder Dragon, and that's not an option yet. I don't know why. I mean, they're painting the green dragon in the box. This just, I don't know. You're going to have to paint this one yourself. Anyhow, it might come. Medusa here, she's a hero, and she was the early bird. That's going to cost you $10 if you want her as an extra. Again, she can represent a enemy in the games, but you can use her if you wish. Now, the Madness box has all these heroes. Can't wait to see what they look like painted, because they're really big. They're like as big as the some of those dragons. We get a little sneak peek here from the original Kickstarter of what they look like. Fantastic bases, and can't wait to see what they look like. Now, these are the boards that came in the first Kickstarter, and it's just more battle modes that you can do. It's two double-sided ones. We're getting two more double-sided ones in Tanaris Adventures. If you go all in, you'll get this. Now, this $29 for over 1,000 sleeves. This is great, especially when it's going to sleeve your hero cards. These are really big. This is essential for me, getting the sleeves. Plastic tokens, I went for them because I wanted everything. I wanted everything. It says setup times are improved, and yeah, you can easily spot your villain on the track. This kind of thing. So it says here, it's easier to distinguish different teams on the HP track when you have a hero of the same combat mode. So yeah, it's just for easier when you're playing it and all that stuff. Did get some extra dice. It does say that you're going to need these if you do 4v4, and that might happen for me here, especially around Christmas time when all the family comes, and 4v4 sounds fantastic, doesn't it? Now, they're still saying receive rewards in the first page. This is kind of paying for the shipping, so you'll get some of the stuff early. You won't get this stuff here. You get like the legendary box and the Arena of the Core. This is just to pay for shipping, but I'll just wait for it all to come. Thank you very much. Some stuff here, empty boxes. You can get language packs here as well. Just be aware, language packs are not going to be doing enough to play the game, but some stuff won't be translated. There you go. All right. Yeah, so when you factor shipping in, I mean, this is for Norway, but when you put shipping in, you'll be a tad over $500 if you want everything. And why the hell not? You're looking at Dungeons and Dragons in a box here with so much content, over 1,000 hours of questing. Oh my God, with all these heroes that have been reworked that you can take on your adventure. And some really madcap missions where you can do simultaneous questing with, you know, if you've got a game group of 4, say, you split them, two go one way, 2 to another, and on the table you've got 2 simultaneous quests going on that potentially you could meet in the middle for a boss, which sounds so Dungeons and Dragons. Are you kidding me? Oh, yes. It does sound great. Tanaris Adventures, there's a lot going on in this game, and if essentially the questing is, there's going to be a lot of things happening in the dungeon that will affect things going on in the game, and that you can upgrade your heroes with items and lots, even the magic powers, so you can like level up, and you can of course swap those items between characters if you're giving them a rest in the pub and stuff like that. So yeah, you can roll out with as many heroes as, you know, just keep them on rotations to make your game nights that much different. Also, the dragons, just want to mention the dragons. These will bleed into the Tanaris Adventures campaign if you have it, and the dragons have been confirmed to be usable in all games coming out, future games from Gregory, the developers. And if you didn't know, they're going to be making a Tanaris Adventures 5e RPG, which should be coming out on Kickstarter this year, probably June, I think it is. But you can get an RPG, and you've got all these minis and dragons. Oh my God, that sounds phenomenal. Especially when you've got all these boards that you can be playing the roleplay on, and all these classes. Dear God. And the roleplay box, the roleplay, when that comes out, it's going to have loads of new classes, and they're going to miniaturize everything as well, and you can probably add these into this game. So there's so much future stuff coming out here. We're talking Dungeons & Dragons unofficial heaven here with Tanaris Adventures. I cannot recommend it more. And yeah, you've got like juicy options for pledging, and yeah, go shopping if you can afford it. You want Dungeons & Dragons unofficial, this is going to be the one to get. Please check out some videos online of how the PvP works. Some amazing competitive matches are going on. and you can definitely set up like a tournament at your house and stuff like that. Just really, really good. Can't wait to find out more about Tanaris Adventures as we're going on, but yeah, I'm all in on this. Can't wait to get it all. Get rocking with boss versus boss, check out some PvP, and of course go on that massive adventure that's waiting to be played. Oh my god, Tanaris Adventures. I'm completely in love with this game. Well, on that bombshell, I hope you liked the video. This has been a kind of a special video, a love letter really to Tanaris Adventures, and I really hope you enjoy the content. So please give it a thumbs up, leave any comments about what you think about Tanaris Adventures. Have you pledged for this? What are you pledging for? What didn't you pledge for that you didn't think was necessary? That might help other people looking. But anyway, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy. You've been watching Kickstarter Radio 102.4. And yeah, get on the pledge before the legendary box goes out of stock. So you take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.